This video is just to show the disassembly of the stern drive actuator from a Volvo Penta drive. I purchased the seal kit from Tyler Lawrence on eBay, and it came with instructions which were fairly complete, but it was a lot harder to get out than I thought it would be. It's been in the boat for about, let's see, 1990, so 23 years, but mostly not in salt water. The first thing was to remove the hydraulic lines from here, and he suggested getting a tube wrench which has the cut open side, which I did. It was I think this one was 10 millimeters, I believe, and it's a little awkward to work on in the boat, but it took some persuasion, but getting those lines disconnected was probably the least of it. The next job was basically to unscrew this bottom end. This proved to be really difficult. We heated it and heated it and heated it, and it would not unscrew. Finally, it started unscrewing after a lot of heating, but surprisingly, it did not unscrew at this bottom end. It unscrewed from the boat at the top end over here. So the unit basically came out like this out of the boat. The next job then was to separate this barrel cylinder from the bottom end, which was, even though it was out of the boat, was extremely difficult. We had this end in a vise. We tried rubber strap wrenches and various, even a monkey wrench, trying not to damage it, to unscrew this barrel. We heated this for quite a long time, and we just could not get this out. Finally, we used a strap wrench, but a chain type strap wrench. You might see the little the chain marks that it's left on it in doing that, but that was the only thing. So I took a chain wrench with an extension handle, and this heated like crazy to finally unscrew this. And it unscrewed, funny enough, unscrewed tightly. We had to keep backing it off and tightening it, backing it and tightening it again. And as you can see now, nothing has changed. It unscrews, quite easily, and it's not in bad condition. Even the seals are not. I thought the seals, the O-rings, would be melted from the heat. They weren't. Actually, I've done something a lot here. This has already been taken off. Then once we got this out, the next step was to remove the piston, which is already off here. And following his suggestions, we drilled two small holes. Actually, they're more or less just detents. They're probably only about less than 1/8 of an inch deep. And with the tool he provided, this turned out to be the easiest part of it. Putting that tool on here after drilling the detents. We didn't even try a strap wrench or anything on here, as worried about damaging the piston. But using that tool, this piston unscrewed very easily. And now we're going to go on and try and change the seals. The inside of the barrel looks quite good. Really no signs of corrosion or damage on the threads that would have prevented it from coming out. And the inside of the end cap, other than lots of pieces of looks like melted retaining ring in there, there's really no corrosion inside there either. It was just extremely tight to get the bottom end off. I hope the other actuator is going to be a little bit easier. So that's the story. It all works in the end, but it just takes a lot of force and a lot of patience, much more than I expected. Okay, good luck.